Okay, so hey guys, right now I get the question that I get asked the most is around engagement, right? How do I engage my team? How do I engage my board? How do I engage my staff? So I'm going to zone in on something. Look, building relationships is the key. It is a leadership skill that you have to lean into. You have to lean into that leadership skill of building relationships if you want to be a good CEO. And you have to be intentional about it. Now, it is not easy, right? It's going to take commitment and it's going to take time, but you have to lean into that leadership skill of building relationships. Because when you're building relationships, it is going to increase productivity, it is going to increase engagement, and it's going to increase motivation. And those are the three things that you're going to need if you want to drive your vision forward as a CEO. Whether you're working with the board, whether you're working with your staff, or whether you're working with donors, it doesn't matter. You need to build those relationships. And so, outside of just giving you theory about, you need to build relationships, you might be saying, I know I need to build relationships, but I'm wearing so many hats. I don't know the how or the when, right? So I'm going to give you some very simple strategies, three things that you can do to build relationships. But before I do that, I want you to understand that we're all busy people. Every single one of us is busy. And so knowing that you want to create engagement, you have to make that a priority and you have to be intentional about building those relationships, especially with your board members beyond your boardroom or your staff members beyond the workplace. And so, how are we going to do that? Here's the three tips that I'm going to give you. One, you need to meet with them one on one. Now, I'm going to focus on the board. So, meet with your board members one on one outside of the boardroom. So that means stopping by their office. That means going out to lunch with them. That means picking up the phone and having a conversation with them. This is all beyond the boardroom. And when you are meeting with them, you're not necessarily there to talk business. You want to know about their hobbies. You want to know about their kids. You want to know about their family. And in return, you're going to share that information as well. So you're trying to build an authentic relationship with them. That is your goal. You are trying to build that relationship so that you're creating a team environment. So number one is carve out some time where you can meet with your board members one-on-one. Now, for those people that say, well, we're virtual and my board members don't even live in the same country or state or city that I am, meet up for virtual coffee. This fabulous tool we have, Zoom, team meetings, carve out the time, meet up for virtual coffee. That's what you need to do. Okay. And so what I came up with when I sat in that seat, I did this thing called Cookies with the CEO, where I bought in, where different board members actually came in and they met with me in my office, right? Couple of things. Why did I do that? I wanted them to come in and see the programs in operations. I wanted to create that environment. But when that didn't work for them, then I went to their office again, or I met them for lunch because everybody has to eat. I even met them for breakfast because, again, everybody has to eat. If you know anything about me, I'm not a morning person. But the goal is, again, to create those authentic relationships. So that's number one. Carve out some time where you're going to meet with your board members. Even if you have a 27-member board, you can still carve out time beyond the boardroom where you can meet with your board of directors because you're trying to create engagement, right? So number two, that's one action item that you can do. Number two, the next action item that you can do to build that authentic relationship with your board of directors is you're going to ask them for advice. It's a simple thing. Asking them for advice. I tell CEOs all the time, you're pretty smart. You can figure out a lot of these things on your own. But the goal is to create engagement. So get people's advice and get their opinions. They are flattered by those things. And so you pick up the phone and you say, this came up and I wanted to get input on how you would handle this situation. This is the advice that I'm looking for. They find value in that. Again, are you intelligent enough that you can figure out these things on your own? Yes, you are. But the goal is to invite engagement, to invite their input. And so one of the skill sets, if you lack this skill set of building relationships, know yourself, understand that then that is one of the things that you need to work on, right? And so I hope this helps someone. I woke up this morning thinking, someone out there is struggling with building those authentic relationships and really getting their board members or even their staff on board with this process, with their vision, with their goal. And you have to remember, you're creating a winning team. And so in creating that winning team, you have to build relationships with that team, especially if you are a CEO and you have to work with a board of directors. You have to gain their respect. And one of the key ways of gaining their respect is to build an authentic relationship with them. So what I want you to do is to take some action. And I want you to pick up the phone. And I want you to be intentional about reaching out to a board member and scheduling some time to meet up with them and to learn about them, and they in turn learn about you. And you do that. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be very simple. Try to do it once a week. If you have a board member of 10 people, try to make 2 phone calls a week and set up those meetings. If you have a board of 21, break it down by quarter. 4 board lunches per quarter. That would make you hit 20. So this is very possible. And it is going to make a difference in engagement. It's going to make a difference in how motivated your board members are. It's going to make a difference in productivity, and particularly productivity around fundraising. So let's go out there. Let's build these relationships that is going to help you get to the next level when it comes to board engagement. I am Sabrina Walker Hernandez, and I am excited to be talking with you about how to engage your board the next level.